Hello music freaks, this is your host, Polygon Matic. So, lately I've been thinking about something. What makes a great electronic music album? There should be an album that would make you feel in hell, while also being on psychedelics. What that album would sound like?
It's free real estate.
I recognize you. That's Geogaddi by Birds of Canada. Well, let's play this, shall we? Maybe what God is sending to us a sign to tell us something. Remember when last time I said we were going to talk about something very important? Well, the project will slide to the next episode as I want to polish it more. Nonetheless, this episode will focus on an important album. It's none other than Geogaddi, what some BOC fans regard as the best release, including myself. It comes from a period when the Scottish duo was working on the record day and night, causing great sleep losses and a general feeling of oppression. Furthermore, during the recording process, 9/11 happened. Mike Sandison had to say this regarding the subject. Geogaddi was kind of exorcising demons, and even after we'd set out to do a record like that, smack in the middle of working on it, 9/11 happened. I remember there were a few of us in the studio that day, and we just ended up glued to the TV for the whole day. I think the months after that pushed us into making a darker record, as I'm sure it did with a lot of bands. Taken from the Play Ladder interview in 2005. So now we can frame the environment in which the duo recorded this album. And it's a very dark one indeed. Anyway, when the album came out, the reception was warm. The only critique was that it was more of the same thing because it was too similar to Music as the Right to Children. But I beg to differ once more because to me it's a whole different album. I mean, just take the album covers. One it's blue and the other one it's its opposite, orange and red. What's very interesting is that everyone who listened to it felt very strange, felt uneasy and oppressed, maybe a reflection of the recording environment. But upon closer inspection, fans of BOC find out many hidden messages, backmatched vocals, reversed samples, and everything seemed to point out to one thing. Geogaddi was a Satanic album. I get it, you want to make your channel bigger, but what the fuck is this shit? I mean, come on, you just can take an album and tell him, oh, you're just satanic and shit. I want some evidences. Where are the evidences? What the fuck? How is it even possible? What makes an album satanic? Well, here are a couple of evidences. Let's take a look at the infamous track You Could Feel the Sky. It's already a very creepy and gloomy track on its own, it still gives me the creeps whenever I listen to it. But it gets even stranger at approximately 2 minutes and 10 seconds. If you listen closely, you might hear someone saying, "A god with horns," or "A god with hooves," playing in the background, obscured by the music, and some bells ringing in the distance alongside a fire crackling.
God with
As you may have thought, this is all speculation because we are not 100% certain about what is said in this song. The sample is already vague in itself, so when backmasked by the whole music it gets even blurrier and we are not sure what is being said really. Wait, don't stop the video, I got more evidences, trust me. So, that's where it gets even creepier. Said voice sample is used 2 times in the song, and the second time occurs at a particular time at 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Take these numbers, 2, 1, 6. Together, they form the number 216. What's the cubic root of 216? The answer is 6. So, it's 6 times 6 times 6. Interesting, huh? It might be just a coincidence, right? Well, both of Canada are known for being very interested in mathematics, with songs titled like Music is Math and so on. They've always hidden numerology Easter eggs in their songs, so it might not be even a coincidence, right? Well, look at the clocking time of the standard version of Geogaddi. It ends at 66 minutes and 6 seconds. You guessed it, once again, it's 3 times 6. The devil's number. Well, if you thought this reference was over the top, take a look at the release dates for the UK release and the Japanese release. They were released February 13th and February 18th. In the Book of Revelation, on verse 13th, 18, one number is mentioned, and then the number is, you guessed it, 666. There are even far more suggestions regarding this topic, but I want to stop here with the evidences because the other ones felt like more of justification of what's implied and not much of an evidence at all. So, let's go to the final question. Is Geogaddi really a satanic album? Or is it? On various occasions, Words of Canada debunked these theories regarding Geogaddi. They also stated that they are not religious at all. What they simply do is putting symbols in their songs. They do not want to influence others in becoming interested in certain languages or religions for that matter. Still, Balls of Canada never reassured their fans about the satanic topics and continued to make many references to various cults. It's undeniable how other religions are mentioned in Geogaddi. For example, many times the Branch Davidians are mentioned. In the track 1969, for example, you can hear a person saying, although not a follower of David Koresh, she is a devoted Branch Davidian, and the words David Koresh are also reversed, so this adds further elements to the mystery. I think what they're doing is just, as they said, putting symbols, elements into their music to put the listener into the right set of mind and environment. Geogaddi feels weird. Geogaddi is dark on purpose, and not to be some sort of testament to satanic cults or whatever cults the songs might refer to. Geogaddi is one of its kind, and the mystery will go on forever. That was one kind of a ride, right? So yeah, to me Geogaddi isn't a satanic album at all. At all! Its symbols may be deceptive, but they're done on purpose as an artistic intent. It's one of my favorite electronic music albums, and I'll review it for sure in the future. But for now, stay tuned, as in the next episode we're going to discuss Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And now, we'll start a 20 seconds counter, as YouTube Studio is bullshit, and many of you already know that. So this time I won't show you any records and stuff, because I just want to talk directly to you. What I mean by that is that I'm kinda struggling, because of personal issues, to put out more videos. So if you see sparser uploads, don't worry, they'll come eventually. So see ya, bye.